Hey guys, how's it going? Good to see everybody. Hello YouTube, hello TikTok. How's everybody doing on this Wednesday night? Hey guys, how's it going? Good to see you. Oh, Zeta, welcome to my YouTube memberships. That's awesome. You are going to have access to all the exclusive workshop videos. That's awesome. I hope it helps. Hey Go-Kart, how's it going? It is cold here too. Here in Arizona, it's 53 degrees. It finally stopped raining. Hey Jesse. Thank you for tapping the screen. Thank you for sharing the live. That gets it out to everybody. Hey Clara. Hey Twinkle. It's hot in Miami. I hear all the time, huh? Hey beautiful 81. Hey Cher. How's it going? Good to see y'all. Thank you for tapping the screen. Hey Kayla. I just found your channel in TikTok. I'm very interested in learning medical coding. That's awesome. Glad you're here. Super happy to help you. First thing you need is just a 2023 CPT book from AMA. You can go on a Google search and find you a bookstore that's got this version being sold with the free shipping and the cheapest version out there. Look for, 3 or 4 days, and every once in a while a bookstore like Book Run on Google search will put one on sale for like $50 with free shipping, somewhere around in there, and you can find one a lot cheaper than buying it for $170 or something wherever. But that's the first thing you need. Then the next thing you need is some highlighters. If you want to do it my way, but totally up to you. I always recommend going through the entire book as soon as you get it, and anytime a number has some words written next to it, but those words actually have a parentheses, those two little comma things, and has some words in the middle. If it happens to have one of those and a word in between it, I just highlight that throughout the whole entire book. Then every time it tells me do not, like this one right up on top, do not report that code with anything here, I double star and underline those in red throughout the entire book. I wish they color coded this a whole lot better, but they don't. This one's telling me do not use that modifier, so we'll pay attention to that one. We'll pay attention to this one. Good. There's some more do nots on this side. Learning about the book and how to use it is how the certification exams are set up. So this process of touching every single code will, I know, seem a little mundane, but it will help because it brings repetition always brings knowledge. So, the more you do it, the more you'll realize what's going on here. So it's super helpful. I know it's a pain, but it is helpful. Promise. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Jay. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Vanessa. Good to see you. Did you ever get your AAPC cup, girl? The way I break it down makes it sound so easy. It takes time to see the easiness. I promise it didn't. It does get easy. It does really get easy as I make it seem. But you gotta work at seeing it as easy as I make it. Oh my gosh, if that makes any sense. It's not gonna come just from listening to me, but it will, I promise. Anna, you don't need a new one unless you don't pass your certification exam, and maybe there's a bunch of changes and you need to get a new one. But hopefully this will be the only book that you ever buy, and then you can have a burn party as soon as you pass your exam and get rid of it. No one codes out of these books anymore. This is a very antiquated way to do it, but it's the way they still test coders for some reason. So, nobody uses these, so no, you don't need a new one every year. You just need one to pass your exam for the first time. Then you can have a burn party. One of the next things that I like to do is look for codes with the same descriptors. So, let's see if I can't get this down here a little bit closer. So I'm on page 255 of the 2023 CPT book, of course. I'm looking at codes 33702 and 33720. You can see that they both start out with repair sinus. Both of them say of V word fistula. This one says repair sinus of the V word aneurysm. So finding that one word difference is huge and exactly what you need to do before your medical coding exam. Because even if you don't know what in the heck you're doing, you can do a word search. What's going on? I got my camera hurting you guys on TikTok. Sorry, guys. It's hard to keep up with 2 camera views and know that both of them are okay. Sorry, guys. So even if you don't know anything about coding, you know you can do a word search. So if you look at the answers first and it brings you to this code and that code, and it wants to know which one is the answer, all you need is the one word differences between these two, and you can do a word search through the exam question and find the word fistula or find the word aneurysm. Depending on which one you find, then you know what the answer is. Simple as that, but I promise it's not as easy as I make it sound, but it is as easy as I make it sound, but it takes practice. So, yep, you want to go through these codes. If they start out with this totally different wording, like this one's the only closure on this page at all. This is the only banding on this page at all. You don't have to worry about that. You can just grab that first word. Banding, I'm doing a closure. That's easy. Now we have several on this page that start out with the word complete, complete, complete. Yep. And then we have 2 repairs over here. So I'm going to want to do those. So the 3 that start out with the word complete, I'm going to want to go word by word and see what my difference is. Because they all say complete repair. The T word with fallout, it looks like some sort of video game word. I don't know what that is. This one says without pulmonary atresia. So since it says it doesn't have that, there's no reason for it to even be in that CPT code descriptor. I'm just going to get rid of that word. So anytime something tells me it does not have something in it, I just put one line through it. Super helpful. Can you guys see that? Yeah, y'all can see that on which one did I just do? I like to do that. And then y'all can see that on YouTube. It's just one line through the words. And then this one's going to include a patch, where this one's just doing the repair by itself. This one's going to be doing with a patch. Now what's going on with this one? This one's doing a repair of the T word with the Fallout video game with the pulmonary, including construction, conduits. It's got a right ventricular. One more thing that I like to do in the cardiology section, anytime they mention something about a vein, ventricular, or venous, I circle it in blue. Anytime they mention an artery, aorta, or artery, I circle that in red, and that will come in handy later on. This complete repair is for pulmonary venous return. So that's something different over there too, but it's not the Fallout thing. At least it's different. And we've got a yellow highlight I forgot about doing. Didn't see that parentheses. So we can put with a TRESIA. We can put right here without art is all I'm going to write. I'm not going to write the whole word, but without art. It's really ATR. I guess I should have written instead of art. I'm so dyslexic some days. And then this one is a patch. If you make a mistake, you can white it out. I like to use the tape. You can correct your own writing. What you cannot use whiteout for is to go through this book, and if there is like advertisement pages or any of their print, you can't get rid of their print with whiteout. Like, this is a bunch of garbage. I don't need to know who wrote the book, but I have a bunch of notes I want to write here. You can't go through there for the exam and white out these people's names and then write over the top of it the notes you want. You got to write around. See how I'm writing around the print? Yeah, any available white space that's on the pages, you can write whatever you want for any of the exams. HEMA doesn't even let the proctors for the exam decide whether a test taker's notes are appropriate or not. It's up to the test taker to decide if they're appropriate or not, which is kind of fun. I love the way they word it. But no one's going to stop you with AAPC or either a HEMA's exams for doing notes like I do the notes. Promise there's nothing here I would have y'all do that would get y'all in trouble or get your exam took away from you where you had to buy another one. So everything's perfectly okay. What I'm telling you to do here. ATR. No ATR. Without is my hold to with red. My good to go is always green. That's why I use those colors. I sometimes just use them just to separate and highlight different things. I did that in my E&M. So much whiteout, yeah. Sorry, Fatia. Is that close enough for you? It's... Sorry if I didn't get to everybody's messages. I'm trying. Side note, I love that you know that it's Fallout. I know, right? I mean, it's one of those advertisements. Oh, yeah. I love her. I love that name. Thank you for tapping the screen. I'm just reading messages. That's okay. Ask away. It's all right. I do have a Discord group. If you don't know anything about Discord, Discord is an app that's in your Play Store no matter where you're at. And it's a replacement for Facebook by gamers. Gamers made it because they didn't want to be tracked or advertised with. So they made this thing called Discord to house all their gaming info so they could help other gamers get through Fallout or whatever. Oh no, Vanessa scheduled her exam and then she accidentally canceled it. Oh no. I wanted to see if Vanessa ever got her cup. You told me 3 times, thank you. I'm sure you did, but I'm like, I ask and then I'll go away and start teaching and then never see the screen. So good. I'm so glad you got it. I hope you get that exam worked out. Don't forget to make sure your certification exam is also scheduled on that measure site. It's got to be scheduled in 2 places, not just with AAPC, but also on that measure site. So anyway, Discord is an app you download. You sign up for your own personal account, okay? Then you come to my website and click on the link and you can get in here. What's really cool about it is I have all 17 sections of the certification exam separated out by what to expect on exam day, E&M resources, CPT resources. I posted in there today. No, E&M resources today. I posted y'all a brand new chart for all the new code stuff, times and what have you in that area. So if last year for 2022, if you were going to bill that code, what's your code this year? I posted all of that in there. So my Discord group is completely free. It has resources in every room, hit picks, you name it. If you have a specialty exam you want to take, you have your own rooms, anatomy terms. All this stuff is all in here to help you guys, completely free. Plus you can post questions in here to help you out. No one's going to track you. I don't see your information. You can message me here. Look, I'm caught up on messages. It took me 2 weeks, but I am caught up. There is nobody waiting on messages. Even the DMs got done, so that's awesome. Some of them were 20 days old, and I'm sorry, but I got to them. So be sure and join the Discord group, and how you do that is you go to my link in bio if you're here on TikTok or on YouTube, and you can click on my website. No, I don't want to see that. I want to go to here, and then you'll click on social media. If you're on my website, let me log on. I had to put some security on there. I'm getting too many bots and trolls, so you have to, if you do sign up for my website, which is again completely free too, you will have to verify your email address to be able to log on now, because I'm having too many issues with everybody not getting emails when they purchase something from me and getting mad or changing their emails, addresses, and all that stuff. So I have clicked a link, I think, that's going to fix that. We'll see. But nobody can get in unless they verify their email address first while setting up an account. Anyway, if you go here and you go to CPT book prep room, you do have a list of pictures of how I prep my book. And you just click on the picture and it shows you what to do, completely free. Also, if you go to the social media link page, you're going to see our Discord join button right there. All you got to do is click join and then hit accept. And it'll throw you right into my Discord, which is free. So be sure and utilize all those resources because I can't be around for all of you at all the time. I know I have 20,000 on YouTube, no, TikTok now, yay. And what, 5,000 now on YouTube? So exciting. It's just, I'm only one person and y'all are already working on the very first question. My YouTubers are headed there. Let's go see it. This is the question that I ended Monday's live with. So I just thought we'd repeat this one and then do some more. So I'll start with some practice exam questions now. Hopefully you can see now, Vanessa, I hope. Oh, you canceled it on purpose? She's so nervous. Aw. What measure site am I talking about? Okay. Let me see if I got a picture of that for you, dear. I think I do. I went through all of that. No, I don't. On a workshop I had Sunday. And it is posted, guys, if you want to purchase Sunday's replay workshop. It is there if anybody wants it, but here is a slide. Okay. I have a slide from a PowerPoint that I went over on Sunday. If you go to my shop on my website, you can watch all the slides and see them, but that's the name of the website. And to find all that information, you need to go to AAPC's certification online exam. Sorry, it's a camera looking through another camera, and it's really terrible. Online exam requirements website. If you're going to take your exam online, you have to make sure it's scheduled through the measure site. If you're going to go in person, you do not need to know that info. So sorry, I should have been more specific too, by the way. And then if you're going to take it in person, I had a slide on that and the steps that you need for that too. But anyway, let's get to our Mohs surgeries. Mohs have, they have their own set of guidelines in integumentary that are different from the rest of the integumentary system. I don't have integumentary done yet. Where is my Mohs surgeries? I know I'm supposed to be in the 17s, right? 17, there they are. I don't have these notes done yet, but I know this stuff by heart. We're on page 107 of the 2023 book, and I'm sorry, why did my, oh yeah, because I zoomed in for TikTok. Now YouTube can't see the question. So I made up a lot of the questions for tonight's lesson, and I also have some info sprinkled in here that is really good to know for January 23 exam takers, if you know what I mean. If you know, you know. So be sure and pay attention to every little thing that's on for tonight. Anyway, I'm just marking my uses. The other thing that I go through the book and I go find every single time they tell me to use a code with another code. And I mark it in green to go. 2 green stars and 2 underlines every time. So we are in Mohs or Mohs, however you want to say this. I think it's Mohs. The first thing you need to know about these are what body part. Body part will take care of knowing whether you are 11 or 13, because your Mohs are coded in 3 different areas, 3 different subsections, or whatever you want to call it. First section is you got to pick what body part, and that'll get you 11 or 13. So, according to my question, we're on the cheek. So are we doing 11 or 13? Sorry, there were 63 messages on TikTok. I couldn't get to all of them. I'm sorry. I have mods in there, Go-Kart, Twinkle, and some others. Hopefully you guys can help out. And Jay on YouTube, and Suzanne have, somebody is scheduled for February 18th, Michelle B. Okay, be sure and pay attention. All right, so cheeks, yes, are going to be our 1, 7, 3, 11. We're going to code that first, just simply based off stage 1 of coding Mohs, our body part. That's it. That's all there is to it. The second area that we need to know to code Mohs is how many times did the doctor go to the body and cut things off. Each time that they go to the body and cut something off is called a stage. Like an actor going back on stage to perform a new act, that's what it is. The only time we add another code to this is if we have additional stages. The additional codes we use are either 11 or 14, but those 2 codes are again tied to the body part. We only use 12 with 11, we only use 14 with 13. Since we know we're doing 11, we can't use 14. We know we have to use our 12 because it goes with that body part if we had multiple stages. Hey MK, hey Annie, good to see you. So, are we going to add our 12 or not? I see that Jay and Susanna answered that one. Hey Anointed, my goal has been met. I knew Anointed had walked into the building. She already gave me 20 tiny dinos. Thank you so much. You're awesome. She's so supportive of the TikTok streams. Thank you much. All that money goes back into giving you guys free workshops or free tutoring with me. Sorry, I'm just resetting it. I like balloons. I like the dinos. There we go. Hey Butterfly, she's part of my TikTok subscriber too. Busy day, snow and ice. Oh, amazing. Yes, Emily, she's part of my coding crew too, subscriber. She is going to say we are going to add our 12 because we did have 2 stages. Each stage is related to our 3rd area of coding Mohs. If any of those stages equal more than the number 5, then we have to add our code 15. 15 is universal. It can be added to either 11 or 13. It doesn't matter about body parts. It's universal, but it is only added if any of our stages were cut into more than 5 slides, microscopic slides that the doctor will look into. So they slice them up. So are we going to use our 15 or not? Ooh, I forgot about my microphone. I hope it was close enough. I hope you guys on YouTube could hear me. Thank you for sharing the Discord link. I don't know if it's Tay-Tay, but that's what I'm going to call you. There's my Tay-Tay. She's my YouTube subscriber too. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So the interesting thing about this is, Emily, is that we do not add in Mohs. There is no adding. That's a no-no. We don't add. So again, if any of the stages independent is higher than the number 5, we add 15. And we do not add. So stage 1 is a 4. It was cut into 4 slices. Does that mean we add 15? What do you think? Thank you, Emily, for sharing the live. We got 16 shares and almost 8,000 likes. Thank you, guys. Great. Thank you, Charlize, for letting me know y'all could hear. So now you got it. That would be a no on 15 on both of those because both of them, independent of each other, are less than the number 5. So we're good to go. The answer would have been the 11 and the 12. All right. Let's do another one. I'm glad I said it too, April. All right, guys. Our first part is body part. Where's the shoulder? Is the shoulder in 11 or is it in 13? We're going to add 13. To answer your question, Susanna, technically no-ish. Let me think. No. We would have to have, okay. Stage one is covered by 5 in 12. Stage 2 is covered by 5 with number 12. What we got left over is 2 slides. That would not qualify for times 2. Okay, we do have an each in there. Okay, so if our first stage was 8 and our second stage was 8, if you add what is over 5 in both of those, we're getting 6. That would be a times 2 for the 15. 15 can be technically, I mean, it gets crazy. AAPC is not going to give you that kind of craziness question, but we do a times 4 15, but only after we subtract 5 from each additional stage. So it'd have to be a whole lot more. I don't even know if I did that numbers correct, because we need to have 5 slides here. We need to have 5 slides here, and then we'd have to have extras. So I probably didn't do that number right. It would have to be 5 slides here, 5 slides here, and then whatever's left over would have to add up to more than 5 to hit a ×2 on this. So we would have to have a bunch. Anyway. Yeah, that's going to get everybody really lost. All right. If we are doing our actors, our doctor's way of getting back up on stage and cutting additional things off, would we add, oh, wait a minute, does the shoulder go to 13? Where's the shoulder? That is right. Trunk, arms, and legs. Shoulder is part of the trunk. Yeah, I agree with that. That's fine. All right, and then if we went to the shoulder and removed 2 blocks, what does that mean? Does that mean we had 2 stages? Yeah, one got it right on YouTube. All right, TikTokers. Emily got this one right too. Good job. 1, 7, 3. 1, 4 will be added because we did have 2 stages. Blocks are the same thing as a stage, just in case you didn't know. It's just an AKA term for it. And out of those 2 stages, if either one of these numbers is bigger than the number 5, which this one is, we do add our 15. So our answer would be all 3 codes for sure. We would have to have, like, we were going to do ×2 here. This would have to be, what, maybe 12 or something? Because this would, we leave 5 behind, and then that's going to leave 8, no, yeah, 8. And then we minus 5 more, we got 3 left over, and anything over that would be, yep, ×2, if this happened to be 12 slices. But anyway, that's confusing, and it won't be asked on the exam for AAPC anyway. Yeah, keep watching the replay. All right, one more. What is my code for this one? Thank you, Anointed, for the balloons. Oops, sorry guys, I'm tapping the screen. Didn't mean to, hold on. Oh, Lord, where'd I go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it. There we go. There we go. I'm just trying to get this to where YouTube can see all of it, and they can't. There we go. Sorry guys, I'm coming. All right. You're still, there we go. All right. Where is, everybody saying, oh, I got some 13s. Where is the rearmost spinal area? Where is that? That is and posterior trunk, which is also called your back. So that would be a 13. Do we need our 14? How many stages did we have? Temple, it's going to be 13 because it's part of your trunk. The rearmost spinal area, I could have written lumbar area, something like that, but I was trying to say something other than your back. I thought about sacral, and I thought, well, that runs down your thigh. I don't know. How many? So our body part is the first part. How many times did the doctor? Oh, thank you for the heart thing. That was so cute. Yay. How many times did we go to the body and remove something? It is singular. It says one block, so that means one stage. So there's no other code. We don't do our 14. And then that one block was cut into 5 slides, microscope slides. So do we add our 15? There you go, Juan. You got it now. Good job, Chevy. April, you too, you got it. No 14. Our answer is simply just the 13 for this one. And that's it. That's all there is to it. It's just our 13. Good job. No 15. We're good to go there. All right. I hope your brains are working, because I got some more tough ones coming up. But we're done with Mohs, I think, for right now. Let's go do something else just as terrifying and completely written up wrong, which makes me mad. In our books, turn that in case YouTube doesn't like that. Y'all got on your listening ears? Let's see how you do with this question. There's no A, B, or C, or D here. Y'all are going to have to really figure it out. So if we were destroying by cryotherapy some pre-malignant AKs, and we had 10 of them, what's our first code? What's our first code? That's great, April. Yep. Claudia, yes. I'm sorry. I'm answering you, not saying who I'm answering. Hey, Butts and Guts. I love your name. That's awesome. Thank y'all for tapping the screen, and we got 8,000 likes and 16 shares of the live. Thanks for any thumbs up on YouTube. I appreciate it. Keep coming back, April, and keep watching the lives. We'll do more. No worries. Hey, Jen, how's it going? Well, 1700 might be your code, but you're not done with it. What else are you going to do to that one? That's just barely getting you there. What else? Good, Patrice. except for you're missing one thing. What are you missing at the end, Patrice? You too, Clarice, you're missing something on yours too. Wisdom, great, but you're missing something. Zeno, you're missing something too. Perfect. Go-kart, you too, you're missing something. What are y'all missing? What are y'all missing? No. Oh, y'all on YouTube can't see nothing. Hold on. And my font is like, let me see. I can grab this and put that up there. Now YouTube can see it. And I think I need a brighter color for them. I need a darker color. What are y'all missing? No. Nope, nope, nope. See, Clarice, you're close. If this clears out, read your descriptor. What's the 1710 say it does, or 00 says it does? The last two words. 17000. The last two words in the CPT code descriptor. What does it say? Right there. If that one does the first lesion, then that's one lesion, right? You did remove with cryotherapy 10 of them, right? So we can't put times 10 on the third 3 code, because that 3 code does your 2nd through 14 each. You got to know that it does each. So what plus 1 equals 10? There you go, Jen. She got it. And she doesn't have a book. Good job. 9. This CPT code descriptor for the secondary code is written incorrectly. It should say the word each first. If you look through this book, like look across the hall at 16036 right there, it starts out with the word each. Every time there's usually an add-on code, it always starts out with the code each. They wrote this one wrong. It should be each up to 14 lesions, but it says 2nd through 14 lesions. So you think that it means it does all the way through 14. Well, it doesn't. It does each up to. You still have to code them. So if you have 10 of them, 03 is going to be 9. If you have 8 of them, 03 is going to be 7. If you have 5 of them, 03 is going to be 4. If you have 2 of them, 03 is going to be by itself. Right? Yes. Yes, each lesion. Each. Y'all got it? Loving me, it's going to be that 17003 times 9. Times 9. There you go, Clarice. You got it going on the screen. Perfect. Chevy does too. Perfect. Yes, April. Perfect. Jay. Perfect. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Thank you for the finger hearts. Thank you for the big love. Thank you for the roses. You're awesome. Okay, we're not done yet. They also, with this procedure, removed a hemangioma. Oh my God, that was a rough one. Hemangioma from the patient's cheek, and it was 55 square centimeters. Where do we code that at? And don't be using Google. It's right here underneath these instructions. Where is it at? It's right here, same page. I'm on page 104 of the 2023 CPT book and 106 because they are done up by sizes. So they might linger after the burns, which is totally messed up in the middle of that. Hey, Gia. 08. I like your style. Who is that? Ange? I'm just going to call you Ange. A-N-J. All right, YouTubers. What is our code for removing? Oh, God, if I got to say the word again. Hemangioma. Is that right? Hemangioma? Hey, Frez. Ray, good job. Good job. Yes. So, if we were to answer this question for AAPC, theirs would be written 0, 0, 0, comma 17003 times 9. But I bet the first code would actually probably be that 17008 because 55 square centimeters is one heck of a. That's why I made that look like an 8 instead of an O, huh? But it would be that, and then we'd do those cryotherapies afterwards because removing 55 square centimeters of anything is going to be a nightmare of a procedure. So you want to put the worst procedure first. So we would code the 08 first, then the 00, then the 03, and the 03 would be times 9. If you don't already, underneath your code for 17106, write down all the different versions of what a cutaneous vascular proliferative lesion could be, which are birthmarks. Hey Jen, I want to write the CPC exam. Can you give me any tips? I mean, I don't know what's on it, but I can help you pass from the exam's point of view. Absolutely, and I do teach here for free 3 nights a week, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays for 2 hours. Replays are available on YouTube also, and I like to teach from the exam point of view so that you guys can just pass that last medical coding certification exam and get a better job, just to better your lives. Do it all for free, volunteer-wise. I'm just some lady on the internet. I already have a full-time job auditing in the medical field, and I'm here with my 3 sons and my mom, so I'm a little busy, but I'm just here volunteering to help you guys out. All right, here's one more. What if we're destroying, by cryotherapy again, some pre-malignant AKs? What's going to be our answer if we did 19 of those lesions? Thank you for the pretzels, user. Love it. Look at all those pretzels. Well, I've got you taken care of. The YouTube channel, if you become a paid member, it's $5 a month. I've got all my old workshops listed there for you guys, except for the last 3, because they stay on Zoom for 3 months for the people that buy the workshops. After that, I post them on YouTube. But I have all of 2022's workshops on there where I go section by section for 3 hours and show you all the test-taking tips for that whole entire section. It's really worth the $5 if you feel like it. You've got 13 of those workshops there right now. And you can just do cardiology all in one day. You can pause and stop my videos, try to do the questions yourself, see if you get the right answer, then release the video and let me show you how I got the answer. Super great way of working out how to pass the certification exam. But I do my best not to charge you guys. Do I have... Okay, Chevy's got it right on YouTube. Medicalcoding by Jen.com. Go-Kart's got it right. RCAN, RCAN, got it right. Nana, I do private tutoring. It's the most expensive thing I have because it takes a lot of prep time because I have to prep individual practice questions for you. Then there's follow-up afterwards. It's an hour and a half long. It just takes a lot for me to do those. So it's about 3 hours worth of work for me to do one-on-one tutoring. I'm happy to do it, but I am booked for the next 6 months. They just go so quick. As soon as I post them, they're gone. I'm starting a waiting list. So if you let me know when your exam is, I will do my best to get you in. The best days to get you in are on Tuesdays and Thursdays when I don't do these lives. If you are a repeater, meaning you've already prepped your books and you have failed your exam multiple times, you just can't pass, and you want a one-on-one but can't get in, I do have Friday classes that are $5, which are easy. But those are for more advanced coders that have already prepped all their books, have already taken their exam. They're just 10 points or so away from passing, and they need advanced help. My little ducks, I call that. And those classes are open and available. It's just like a one-on-one, but it's with a group of you guys. And it's on Fridays. And that is available this Friday. So we are doing our 1700, comma 1700 times. No, we're not. Wait a minute. No, we're not. That's totally wrong. Y'all got me going the wrong answer. I told y'all all y'all did right and you did wrong. Sorry. That's the bad thing about not having the answers down, and I wrote the questions myself. The answer is, oops, wrong. Yep. Just this. Just that one code. That one code will do all of those. Good Lord. Sorry. I can't get distracted when I'm doing these questions and try to answer other questions. So, if we remove over 15 AKs, then our answer is simply the 17004. So that happens because we're over the number 15. If you read its CPT code descriptor, it says 15 or more. If I had done 99 of them removed, it still would have been the same answer. If I do 36 of them, it's still the same code. That one is the only one that includes a ton of them where you don't have to times anything. If you notice, that CPT code descriptor does not have the word each in it. Each is like some magic voodoo word that makes it to where you have to multiply and code each individual item. When it does not have the word each in it, then we do not have to code each individual, whatever it is, lesions, excisions, whatever. It doesn't matter what it is. Even fetuses, we have some ultrasounds that are coded to each fetus. If you have 7 babies or an octomom in there, you code it times 8. If we have other ultrasounds that it doesn't matter how many fetuses are in there because it does not have the word each in it. So you do not multiply them. It'll do all Octomom's babies. Same thing with these. So if we're over the number 15, then it'll do all of them in one code. I'm a hot mess. Telling y'all 18 was correct. Good Lord, lost my mind. Sorry, I'm not infallible. All right, what about the bottom? What if we're removing some cafe something spot? What the heck is that? And we're 5 square centimeters. Oh my gosh, much as you talk about each, I should have caught that. I know. I didn't even catch it at first, so it's all right. And I talk about it all the time. And I wrote up this answer too. I wrote up this question. I knew what I was doing. Just trying to see how many would run into that and try to do that. And do the times 18, and I allowed it myself. So funny. All right. What y'all get for that one? Yep, we're going to be under the 106. Anointed. Isn't she so pretty? Yep. So we're going to do our 17006. So it simply would be that number with this number, but I bet this one is our first one. This one would be our second code because it's a removal is more extensive than cryotherapy, just freezing something on somebody's skin. So this one would be primary. This one would be secondary code. I didn't think about that when I was writing up these questions. But hopefully that's helpful for you guys. In case you don't know, hemangiomas, port wine stains, cafe, whatever that is, spot, Mongolian, hairy nevuses, and congenital nevuses are the lovely list that is in my notes for 2023. Last year, I only had the port wine stain. This year, I'm working to make sure we get everything written in these notes much better for you guys that purchase them for sure. Yep, it is right. That's perfect. Yep. It is best to get it wrong the first time because you will never get it wrong again. So when y'all are in your exam and they try to sneak up 16 of those AKs on you guys aren't going to fall for it and pick the answer that says times 15 at all. Y'all are going to go straight for that 104 or 104 and laugh at our lovely mistake we made today. Y'all will be having PTSD flashbacks. All right. So January 2023 has already been a great year for us. We've already got some people that have passed their medical coding certification exams. Hint, hint. And now I want to switch the conversation to what do you think connects bone to bone? What is it? What connects bone to bone? What is it? Is it air? Anybody have any ideas? What is it in your body that connects a bone to a bone? One person says tendons, one person says ligaments, one person says cartilage, one person says joints. What's the 41Q? I don't know what that is. Sorry, Claudia. Bones are fastened to other bones by long fibrous straps called ligaments. Be sure you have that written in your book. In musculoskeletal at the very beginning of that section. Right here with Mr. Skeletor. Make sure it is pink highlighted. Make sure it is, I don't know, written in red. Make sure you absolutely 100% know this for any medical coding certification exam. What's the 411 about the test? I wouldn't have any idea about what the 411 is on the test because, as you know, we're not allowed to express our opinions on what's on the exam after you take it. But if you know, you better have bones are fastened to other bones by long, fibrous straps called ligaments. Please make sure that is in your book, that you won't forget that you can go back to your book and find it at any point during your exam. There's been times when I've shown up for exams and have completely forgotten what my date of birth was and could not recall it. So if it's there, at least you can go back and reference it and it's there. So be sure and have that down. I hope that answers your question too, Claudia. What connects the patella to the femur? And let me see if I can get this better view for the YouTubers. There we go. So I have quadriceps, collateral, curcate, and tricep. What the heck do I have down there? I wrote this question, so. What connects the patella to the femur? The patella. I've got quadriceps tendon, collateral ligament, curcate ligament, or a tricep tendon. What connects a patella to a femur? I have no idea what it is. Oh, that's how I pronounce it. Cruciate? Cruciate? Is it like the Cruciatus curse? Just a little bear trying to help me out. Trying to help me out. That's awesome. Because I've got that other thing that I recommend having in your books about the Draco eye thing for the Draco. He's always crying. He's a crybaby in Harry Potter. So be sure and know that diagnosis about the tear duct being infected. That's one of the things you should know about for the exam. This one I figured everybody would get wrong because I think everybody did. Oh, wait a minute. Patrice may have gotten it right. Patrice. The quadriceps tendon does. Something about this free floating bone that moves around on your kneecap, you know, it's actually held on by the tendon, which is crazy, when the answer to this one, bones are fastened to other bones, is on a ligament area. So it gets crazy and it's very confusing. That's why knowing these particular exact things is super helpful for the CPC exam or any other medical coding. Yeah, I know. Quadricep. Yeah, look up the knee tendon. It sounds like it's in the shoulder or whatever, right? It's ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. All right, immunizations. Thank you for the roses. All right, immunizations. These are always a troubling issue too, because you never know. But what is the one thing that you can do for this question before you start running to codes in your CPT book to think about and look for in the question that can get you down to a 50-50 shot with this one? Anytime you have immunizations, the first thing that you need to clear is, did the patient have this or that? What is that this or that thing? Yes, one. She got it right. Consult. So, immunizations are separated into two sections. This code right here at the very end, 60, means that the patient got counseling before the vaccines were given. The 71 codes mean the patient came in for, even could have come in for a wellness exam, saw the physician, and he ordered the vaccines. But that's not counseling about the vaccine, and you can use the 71 for that. The question actually has to state that they had counseling. So if they had counseling, then you could keep C, B, and C and get rid of A and D, and you're down to a 50-50 shot with this question. If they did not mention anything about counseling, then you know you're going to keep A and D and get rid of B and C. So that's the simplest way to attack these immunization questions if you happen to have one on the exam. Don't worry about the codes. Go look here at the very second to last codes, see if there's any 60s and see if there's any 70s. If there is, then great. Let's check out our question. Which two answers are we going to keep? I'm glad you like Little Bear. Yep, we do see the word counseling. They will have to be super specific in any certification exam. You will see that, and that does not mean that they passed out information sheets. You know those lovely little sheets that they give you that you throw in your car and then they get in the floor mats and you step on them for 2 weeks before you get them out of your car? Those information sheets are not counseling. So it has to be specific. They got counseling. So we're going to get rid of A and D. Now we're down to a 50-50 shot on this exam question, which is awesome. So are we going to do our 60 without any timeses, or are we going to do our 60 with some timeses? Don't laugh, Twinkle. You know it's true. You don't look at those things again at all. I used to pass those things out all the time. I was like, God, this is such a waste. They're not going to read them. Kids can color on them. We're looking at CPT book. Yoli? Let's think about that again. She said without. So those multiplications are for the counseling. When a doctor does counseling, you have to code that each component of every single vaccine was counseled on, meaning HIB is for Himinja something or another. It's a good disease we don't get anymore. We counseled on that one. We also counseled on hepatitis B. This is one combo shot that is billed together as the 48. It gets a ×2 because we counseled on both those components. The MMR is a shot for mumps, measles, and rubella. We get to bill for that counseling for each disease, not just the shot. So we're going to do ×3 with this one, right? Technically, yes. Meningitis is what this really is another vaccine, which is their 33 shot, or 10 is the MMR. 33 is meningitis, and that has the one component in it. So it's just ×1, whatever, or by itself. But what you do is your 60, you take 1 from each one of these, only 1, leave that as a ×2 now, and you do your 60 ×3 because I took 1 component from each vaccine, or 1, 1, and 1 from each one of those CPT code numbers, and you times it by 3. The leftovers that you have left over, you bill at the end of 61. So if I take 1 away from meningococcal, I don't have anything else left for meningococcal. And then if I take 1 away from the Hib and hepatitis B, I only have 1 left over. And if I take 1 away from MMR, then I have 2. So that's how we got 3 for the 61 for its add-on code. It's crazy. It's insane. It's a nightmare to think about. Just keep watching me. I'll keep doing these. It will take time, but you will be able to see this as plain as day. Just like writing your own name. The more you do it, the better you'll get. Yeah, Jen, these are difficult. They are. They are. It's a silly game. Just remember, if you're going to have anything at the 61, 60 will always be ×3 before you do anything right here. Let's say let me get rid of this. Okay, we've got counsel. Ordered was MMR. And that's it. So we're going to do just the we don't need to bill for the vaccine, but we're going to do the codes for the vaccine administration, right? $904.60. What is going to be our $904.60 and what's going to be our $904.61, if anything, or whatever? Does that make sense? So if we did MMR, what is our 60? Those codes are on page 722 of the 2023 CPT code. You see how 61 has the word each in the descriptor? And then this one does for the first component of each vaccine or toxoid. So only one component from each vaccine given. Yes, you can use the 2022 book, but I recommend you get that document out of my shop that will help you turn your 2022 book into a 2023 book. You'll get pictures of how I changed and what I physically wrote in the 2022 book, sorry, to make it into a 2023 book. You need to do the E&M section and you need to do the hernia sections. At least, but I give you the whole entire book. With that document, it's like $20. What is our 60? You're going to go to medicalcodingbyjen.com and you're going to go to shop. $20 is a lot cheaper than freaking 170, whatever they charge you now. Right here, that's to turn your ICD-10 book into a 2023. I don't think that's really needed, but the CPT book into a 2023, that right there. Yes, do that. Sass, good to see you. Yes, I have E&M done section, I have anesthesia done, and I have the ICD-10 guidelines done. I'm almost done with the male reproductive system, and I'll have that posted this week. Thank you, Jen. Why can't TikTok see this? Come on. Come on. Focus. There you go. Yep. We're going to do that, right? What if I had MMR and varicella, which is the chickenpox vaccine? What would be our answer? Yeah, cancer, but you can't use that book, any of those books, HIPIC, CPT, or go to this bookstore website, see if they've got your 2022s or 2023s. They do free shipping, and I'm not sponsored by them. I'm just telling you they're the cheapest price. I got my 2023 book for CPT from them for $51 in January, and they free shipped it to me. Sometimes they have, I don't know, outrageous prices, and it was brand new with the companion guide. It's an outrageous deal. So please check them out. Sometimes they do a really good job on any of their books. It's Book Run. That's the name of the bookstore. What is our answer for MMR and varicella? Yes, E&M is done, Patrice. Thank you for becoming a medical club member. All right. The 2023 E&M, notes with all my handwritten notes and stuff is done. It's right there. And then I've got the ICD-10 guidelines are right there. That's just the recap of the workshop that was done Sunday and Monday. And then I've got anesthesia done, which is right there for 2023. We only have, Emily, 2 shots given. If you read that CPT code descriptor, it says for the first component, each vaccine. So this would be 2 times 2. And then how many components do we have altogether? 4 altogether. So this one would be times 2, right? Maybe? That's what I would want. Good job, Sass. Thank you for the wishing bottles. You are awesome. Hey, Waynes. Good to see you. MMR does have 3 components. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 components in all combined vaccines given. Only 2 vaccines were given. 60 is only for 2, and it says for each vaccine administered, the first component of each vaccine administered. So we only had 2 vaccines, so that's 1 component per vaccine. That's why it's 2. The 61 is for whatever's left over. So it's definitely times 2 and times 2. Okay? It's crazy. It's insane. They couldn't have made it more complicated if they tried. Seriously. All right. What about, we gave Prevnar 2. I have a list in my Discord study group of all the vaccines, their real names, and how many components are inside each of the vaccines. You really need to get that document, because not only do you need to know how many components, which are over here in the side, you need to write down beside each one their name. Like Pediarex, Pediacell is often used on the exam. Prevnar, you need those real names next to those CPT codes. Or you just buy my notes in that section and I've got it all done for you. But I'm not trying to sell you nothing. I give you the info for free. It's in my Discord. You can go do it yourself. Absolutely. But if you want page by page, you can buy my notes. What would we do in this situation? PB. Temple, I hope you heard that. It's in my Discord. Thank you, Patrice. I'm loving y'all there too, and y'all's participation. Y'all are awesome. All right, 3. So how many components do we have all together? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So sure, minus 3 leaves 2 left over. Yep. Good job. You don't have to find me. You just find the server. So go to my website, medicalcodingbyjen.com is the easiest thing to do. Oops, hold on. Because I have the link posted there. Once you get on my website, you'll go to the social media tab. It's free to get on my website. Once you go there, I've got this clickable link right there underneath the social media tab. And I'm not tracking you, selling you anything. Absolutely not. But just click on Join Now. And that will toss you into my server, which is the Discord server. And then you just hit accept the invite. One new thing I do have on my website now is a new link that I put on this weekend. It's the shared gallery. I'm hoping y'all can add pictures, but I don't know. Sometimes searching the Discord for all the pictures, and I got to move the vaccines over here. But I have a ton of pictures here that are some of the best anatomy, or how do I get my ADA done so I can have an extra hour or bigger font. Can I write in my books? Yeah, that's a copy of a picture from AAPC's own website that says, yes, I can write in your books. You can click on them and make them super big, but I've got a ton of pictures there. Sorry, I got to go back to it. My internet's slow and I got so many devices on it all at once. I got 3 TVs in the living room streaming right now. My kids are streaming. Oh my gosh. I've got what to do to your books to keep the pages set up right. What happens when you get your ADA approval. How to deal with ICD-10. Just tons of stuff. How many questions? I get asked that, a ton of times. How many questions are on the exam? Just lots of good ones. Be sure you write down what each part of the brain does. I love this one because it's got one-word answers. Cerebellum does, or whatever, cerebrum does the touch, pressure, feel kind of area. I love that one. This is so short and sweet to the point. I don't need a bunch of fluff. I don't need 3 paragraphs to tell me what it does. I want 1 word. Tell me what it does. But those are some of my favorites. But yes, this would be ×3 and ×1. You're confused, Claudia? I'm sorry. Just keep watching. It's not going to be something that you can learn instantly. It is something that will take multiple times looking at. Pediarex. What would the answer be if it was Pediarex, MMR, and varicella? Did I spell it right? Pediarex? I don't know. There's a coupon code for my notes too if you're going to buy multiple. Miss Patrice, in case you didn't know that. I will be CPC. Just type that in at checkout and that will get you 30% off if you're buying multiple. Pediarex, I think it's got an A in it instead of an I. Pediarex. Pediarex has diphtheria, pertussis, Hib. What else? What else has Pediarex got in it? Oh. Oh, Lordy. ProQuad, Pneumovax, Pediarex 1.5. It's got this, is it 715, something like that? No, not that one. diphtheria, tetanus, pertussis, Hib, and hepatitis B. Good gracious. That one. It has diphtheria, tetanus, pertussis, Hib, and then hepatitis B. I forgot my pertussis is what I forgot. Varicella has 1 component and MMR has 3. Whew. So then we're doing this one times 3, and then 6 would be left over, right? Because Pediarex has 5 components in it. Varicella has 1, MMR has 3. We gave 3 shots, so either you can just take away all the MMR, or you just, legally what we're doing is taking away 1 from here, 1 from here, and 1 from here. So then we add up what's left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's why we got 6. Plus, if you add them all together, 5 plus 1 plus 3 is 9. If you add 6 and 3 together, you get 9. My head's hurting now. I know if mine is, y'all's is, and I did peds for 20 years, so it still kills me. Anyway, the original answer to the original question that I did delete, whatever, there's the answer. Oh, look at me. I tried to write up some vaccines for y'all, and I ended up doing it anyway. I forgot I did that. We already did this. Let's do this one. What about a well child check with Pediarex? We would not have given hepatitis B as a second vaccine because that one's already got Hib in it. We would have done Prevnar and IPV. We would have done. Sorry, correcting my own stuff. The other one wasn't logical. All right. Thank you, Twinkle. You are awesome, Twinkle. Oh, Vanessa, you are awesome. We got to get you to pass, though. You know, you can pass your CPC and stay here to learn CRC, COC, CPB. There's tons more to go. CPMA is my favorite because, you know, I want all of you to become an auditor just like me. It's so much fun. There's no quotas. You don't have to do so many charts a day. Love it. People are scared of medical auditors. They leave us alone. Was at the pharmacy the other day, and I hate January because, you know, all your prescriptions need to be prior authed again or whatever. Well, I was at the pharmacy and I was like, you know, no, I want the medication. Just give it to me. It's for Travis anyway. And they said, well, it needs a prior authorization. I said, well, it's been 4 days. They haven't prior authed it yet. It's okay. I'll just pay cash. I can get the money back from the insurance company. And she's like, you can't pay cash because you have health insurance. And I'm like, yeah, I can. She says, okay, well, you can't pay cash because it's a controlled substance. And I'm like, yeah, I can. And I just stared, and she stared at me, and she got the prescription ready, and I paid cash, and we left. It's like, you can't bully me. I know what I'm talking about. I don't care whether it's controlled or whatever else. It's my son's medication his doctor prescribed. He's going to pick it up right now, and I'll deal with getting the money back from the insurance company when I can. I know. I got the paperwork in today, actually. The insurance company just sent it to me. So I saved my receipt, and then, I knew the plan was going to send me the prior auth forms. That's what they do, and they sent me the forms. I got them all in the mail, so they're here. I just got to fill them out, and then I'll get the prior auth done. He's just been on the meds. He has fetal alcohol syndrome, so it's not like he's taking anything to make himself have better grades. He's has a permanent brain injury, and they're not gonna, he's been on the medicine for 3 years, same dose and everything. He's fine. It's just, he's gonna be on it, and I don't care. He's gotta have it. So we'll get that prior auth done, and that's fine. But if all of y'all could go into medical auditing, the amount of magic wizardness that you can just, walk into some medical place and people are scared and you can get what you need, it's really awesome. Plus, as a job, it's really great because they let you do your thing because they don't know what you're doing, and they're happy that you're getting it done and improving their auditing scores, and they'll give you all the time you need to get whatever it is done. So I love auditing. Just got to really know what you're doing, because medicine changes constantly. So when new guidelines, new things, new insurances, new plans develop, you really need to research and know your info 100% correctly, because it could change tomorrow. Always verify. Yep, medically necessary. You got it, Anointed. Hey, Emily. You're a retired RN, and I want to do auditing after CPC. Yeah, Jen. You will make bank, too, because it's like I make more than I did on the clinical floor, like crazy. Even with working extra shifts or overtime, yeah, it's a lot better career. Plus, you not seeing your patients suffer because you can't give them what they need because you need that stupid prior auth or whatever medicine isn't covered. It's a lot better. Now I get to make sure patients are getting their treatment that is required and written up from CMS. So I'm not a denier, I'm a approver, and make sure all the doctors are being compliant. So I love it. Love it, love it. And the insurance companies will absolutely hire you. All right. And you can work from home. I know, April. Can anybody do this one more? Okay, Pediarex, right? You're not going to be able to find it because, like I said, their name brands, names, are not listed in the CPT codes. But you can find it in our Discord group. Their real names is right there. Pediarex. And it has 5 components in it. But you need this document, which is free on my website or my notes. And then you can go to that CPT code, write Pediarex next to it, and write down how many components it has in it. You need to do that throughout all the vaccines. Now, influenza, you don't have to. If it's flu vaccine, it technically does not have one component. It might have influenza A or B or D and C or whatever, but they count it as one component. But it drives me nuts because I know it's got multiple components in it. But anyway, influenza, all those, mark those as one vaccine, one component. Those floors, I know, and the fluorescent lights. I do not miss fluorescent lights. I miss being needed by my patients and by the doctors, because I've saved so many doctor licenses and patients, and I miss being needed. But y'all have actually filled that void in these last almost 2 years. So that's pretty cool. I feel like I'm needed again. Allie got plenty of YouTube videos out there for beginners. Even my TikTok videos here, my 3 pinned ones are for beginners. Where do I start? What do I do? How in the heck do I even start? What books do I buy in order? Those are my pinned TikToks. Look through those. Those are absolutely great. 2-minute videos, maybe even 1-minute videos where this is step 1, go do this. Super helpful. All right, what code are we doing? 904 what? You're welcome, Allie. Keep coming back, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays too. I always start off my lives at 6:30, and I answer a lot of those very beginner questions right then and there. Then we get all nitty-gritty. CPMA from AAPC, or if you already have your nursing degree, you could be an auditor without it, but of course, it's handy dandy. Anybody know what code are we doing? Are we doing the 90460 or are we doing 90471 is my question for this patient. And then we can get out immunizations. I got some anatomy coming up. I am not going to tell y'all where to find those 8 types of anesthesia. Y'all are killing me. Y'all are asking me ever since I said that. That's in my notes. If you want it, it's in my notes. But if not, then go Google. You'll find it. I'm being mean. Patient was here for a well child check. Vaccines were given. What are we coding? A 90471 or 90460? Yeah, I don't know why. Billing seems so much more harder. I would hate to be a biller. It seems like it's harder work. We are going to be a 71 because there was no counseling done. Yes, the kid may have had a risk assessment and had a well child check, but there was no counseling on the components of the vaccines done because it wasn't documented. If it's not documented, it wasn't done. So they were just seen for a well child check and immunizations were given, which is a perfectly fine scenario. It is within the doctor's prerogative to not counsel. I mean, the first time you come in with your baby and you get seen at 2 months of age for vaccines, they're going to spend longer with you counseling. When you come back for 4 months checkup with vaccines, they're not going to counsel you because it's the same set of shots that they give you 3 times in a row. 2 months, 4 months, 6 months. This is for that purpose. We saw you today. We did your weight check. We did your risk assessment. Okay, now at 6 months old, your baby's going to be crawling, getting into things. Be sure and keep your curling irons and those freaking hot flat iron thingies that y'all do. Keep the cords from dangling down your bathroom counter ledges. Because if you don't, your baby's going to grab that, pull it down on their face, and it's going to burn them and their hands and their little legs forever. So that's what we talk about at your 6-month checkup, right? So we don't need to counsel you over the vaccines anymore because it's the same set of shots that we gave you at 2 month and 4 month. So that's why we have that code. We did do 3 shots. So we are going to do our something or another. Let's see, this is 1 vaccine. Yep. And then we'll go to our add-on code, which is our 90472. Is it 72? Yep. And we're going to times it by 2 because we gave a polio by itself, which has one component too, by the way, but it is 1 shot. We gave a Prevnar, which is pneumonia shot, which is 1 component too, by the way. Not that that matters for this particular patient, but Pediarex has 5 components in it. Not that that matters, but it still is 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot. So for this patient, it would be this, because this equals 1 shot and this equals 2 shots. 2 plus 1 equals 3. But if we had done counseling, we would still have the 60 times 3, and then we would have the 61. Sorry, that's supposed to be a 3. And then we would have the 61 times, is that 4? Yeah, 4. Anyway, I'm sure I've messed y'all up. Thank you so much, Quiet Girl, for all the badges and subscribing. Y'all are awesome. All right. Pregnancy. Anybody care about pregnancy? How much time do I have? Am I done now? I think I'm done, but good night. I'm sorry. Am I running late, Annie? I got like 5 more minutes, right? I think I got 5 more minutes. Hey, Island Mountain Nurse. Love your name. Denials and Appeals Coordinator. Ugh. Ugh. It's okay. It's just monotonous. Just every day they keep denying the same silly things. I do have notes on components for 2022 already done. They're the same things for 2023. They haven't changed much. We did have some new vaccines, but they're all COVID vaccines. So that's all one component. No big deal there, but I don't have the 2023 notes ready for immunizations. That'd probably be the last section that I do. So it's going to be a couple of months before I do it. But I have 2022's done, and that's easy, just to copy what I wrote for last year. It's fine. All right, guys. Pregnancy. Most codes for pregnancy require a field to indicate the trimester of the pregnancy. Which of the following describes the second trimester? Anybody know? Thank you, Twinkle. At least Chevy, it's ever changing. You're always going to have a different group number, a different insurance company. At least it's not the same paperwork every time doing denials and appeals. They always come up with some other new, neat little way to deny something, and then it's like a challenge. You got to go find the paperwork that says, yeah, you will pay for this. Always something. Good job. Y'all knew that one. That one was C. I do have the list of the trimesters here. Be sure and write this in your CPT book near your OB and delivery. It's around the 594 area, CPT codes, 594 area. Just having that list written down of when each trimester starts could be a helpful tip for any medical coding certification exam. If you know, you know. It could be very, very, very important. We have plenty of room, even just anywhere. We got male and female. You could write it here on our uterus, or you could write it back here at where we do the delivering of the babies. Yeah. Around page 445. I'll have it written somewhere around here. Probably on this 444 is where I'll write it in 2023. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the 13,000 likes and the 21 shares of the live. That's awesome. And all of the goals. Thank you, Anointed, for doing 2 sets of goals. Y'all finished both of them. Y'all are awesome. All right. Next question. What have I taught you guys to be thinking about right here when you see a question like this? And this is the answers. Actually, you're not supposed to be looking at the question. You remember how I like for y'all to not look at the questions? I taught this on Sunday and Monday's workshop that is now available ready for post-purchase if you want to watch it. It's 3.5 hours. I go through all 17 sections of the exam, give you examples of what to look for, what you should have written in it, in your books, so that you know what to expect. Good job, MK. Yep, those second and third digits, right? If it's 94, it's a natural birth. If it's 95, this is a person's first C-section. If it's a 96 on the second and third code number, then you know it's a combo. They've had a previous C-section. They're going to attempt vaginal today, or they will end up with another C-section, one of the two. So because I see one answer is natural birth, one answer is first time C-section, and 2 answers are the combo, it's most likely going to be this combos, right? C and D. But we can go check out our question and see. All we're looking for is skimming at the bottom of the question to find out the delivery of the kiddo or kiddos, whoever. How did they deliver? We don't care what they planned on happening. We don't care about their age. They don't care about nothing up at the beginning of that question, I promise. Previous C-section gets rid of A and B, zippity zip zip. And I think this one is the natural birth after a C-section, and this is just a repeat C-section after a repeat C-section, right? Makes it so easy, guys, to do OB and delivery if you know about that second and third digit. Makes it so easy. You can really keep them straight. Yep. And that's it. That's all I had prepared for tonight. That's the end of the document. I hope this has been helpful for you guys. I have plenty of space available if anybody wants to do Friday's repeat certification class. It's on Friday. Even if you can't attend, you'll get the replay. I'm going to start recording these this Friday on YouTube. I probably will change out that Zoom link for the people that already have. I think there's only 5 people in it. I'll probably am going to send y'all a private YouTube link instead of Zoom because I'm not happy with Zoom after this weekend. So it's going to be on YouTube, but it's going to be a private link, and then I'm going to keep those classes on there. Since I don't have to worry about memory on Zoom anyway, then I'm going to keep them private for those repeat students who have already got all their notes done in all their books, and they're just failing their medical certification exam, and they're doing a repeat exam. And those classes are going to stay private for a while before they get immediately released onto YouTube for the memberships. Probably just another week or 2. We'll keep them a couple of weeks private for just the students, and then we'll release them on YouTube for the memberships. But I'm going to work on just getting everything recorded by YouTube, since it does a much better job of saving my material. I'm probably going to do all of our private one-on-one tutorings that way too, instead of sending y'all Zoom links. So yeah, I'm just going to figure it out that way, guys. I hope you pass too this time, MK. So MK, tomorrow when we have private tutoring one-on-one, when you get out of work, just let me know when you're on Discord. Just take your time. I'm in no hurry. I don't have a live tomorrow night, so whatever. Just message me on Discord. Let me know when you're ready, and I'll give you the YouTube link instead of Zoom. All right? You're welcome, guys. Oh, Jessie, love. It's her first time here. I hope this was helpful. I hope you learned a lot. Daisy, everything to set up tutoring one-on-one is on my website at medicalcodingbyjen.com. If you are a repeats exam taker, I have $5 classes on Fridays if y'all want to join in. And I will be back here on Friday, 6:30 p.m. Arizona time zone, and we'll do 2 more hours of some medical coding exam techniques. So what you're learning here is from the exam point of view, how to take the exam. Medical coding will come to you once you get a job, because it'll be all different. We don't use these books or anything like this at all on the job. And don't worry about not knowing how they do it in real life. They know that. You'll get trained on the job. There's also externship help on the AAPC website and other things that we can help out to afterwards. But yes, stop reading the questions, MK, and let the CPT codes tell you what to look for out of the exam question. If the CPT code didn't mention it as a difference, then don't go looking at it in the question. Only look for that difference. That's what you need to work on. Other than that, we're golden. You're such a good coder. You'll do great with medical outpatient coding or something like that. I mean, you'll do great scouring records and auditing. But for this exam, you have to avoid reading anything in those questions other than what the codes tell you to go look for. And that's it. Hey, Ray. Well, that's awesome. If you went to school for like medical assisting or medical coding 10 years ago, get a copy of those transcripts, because that will help. I sent in my stuff from 1994 and 2019, and I got my apprenticeship taken off. So they take old records. It doesn't matter how long ago it was. So yeah, go get those records too, because that'll help you out later on. Anyway, I will get off here, and I will see you guys on Friday. Tomorrow, I'll see you, MK. Thanks, Twinkle. Go to that website where they keep track of all your college transcripts. Even if they closed, it doesn't matter. They had to upload them at some place for some reason. Yeah, don't worry about it. 10 years ago, they had to have kept those records and put them on that national registry of some sort. I have all that data on my website of where to go. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to get off here or I'll talk forever. Thank you, Trippin, for the rose. You're awesome. Thank you for the support. And on a YouTube. I can figure it out. There we go. Good night, y'all.